PC awene aba NdcPC HSA oye lawyer kesia sisi ano no ena Akwatia fo no ato aba ede amana sisi ano okohwe Akwatia enye easy kura bia ateni green ebusu ayede eho update ede bramtin sisi ade eye NdcPC awene eye Akwatia ba election NPP ni ne de sisi ano wape baby edeniti afa ebusia we ne ensem ekoso yebeda mase se moje peni mo me enko na yenko kweti ensem bi nso a elections ne koso no na etese empen for editu ja unsubscribe ya subscribe like na share ma afofron so ensa into enkabia
a one size fits all approach to everything, more militarization or more cohesive force of the state. And then we do that. So let's put in more police. And that's what I've been hearing. Oh, there are more police sent there. There are more soldiers sent there. Yes. But what makes somebody think that he can cause violence, and what makes the person think that he can get away with it? Unless and until we begin to find solutions to those critical questions, these things, this cyclical violence we see will continue to happen.
I see. Well, we've also been joined by NdcHQ. He is the director for the Legal Directorate of the NDC. He's here. He's also the Chief Executive for the MPA. Good morning to you. Finding time to join us. Edudzi, good morning.
Good morning, Roland. Good morning to my brother, Richard. It's been a long time.
Yes.
And Prof, you are welcome.
No, Doc. I don't let you come and arrest me here. I beg. Small dog.
I thought once you lecture in the university, you are a professor.
Generic.
That's the basic for me.
Generic.
And then my brother Solomon.
Yeah.
And I'll cherish
viewers as well. And then we also have Solomon. Solomon, good morning.
Good morning.
And I see that you're well attired for today.
Yes.
Any special occasion for which you are dressed like this?
The movement is happy.
I see the colors.
Yes, you see the colors.
The new party, is it going to be like this?
I would not
same colors?
I wouldn't disclose this one. You only caught me.
Essentially, that's why we question, to make sure that we get the best out of you.
That's right.
We're waiting for the lunch and the party. Will there be an after party after the lunch?
Of course.
I'll be invited, right?
You are joining the party, not you invited. You are going to work with the MPP.
I want to come for the after party, please.
All right.
Because there will probably be free food and booze.
He wants to gate clash.
Exactly. There will probably be free food and booze. So
we'll be giving the great transformation plan.
All right. But Edudzi, essentially, we're here because there was a simmering, perhaps, narrative, especially in the lead up to whether the decision will be made by the NDC to contest this, because the MPP had made an overture, so to speak, not to contest Tamale Central, which will be the next after this. And here we are. The NDC is contesting, the MPP is contesting. And subsequently, when the chairman of the party went to that funeral and the grounds, the reception wasn't that good. What led to the decision to contest this?
Okay, so once again, good morning. And let me say this. NS and I used to be regular before TV3 New Day. And we cultivated that friendship when he started reading the law as well. So we became very close. He would usually call me, "Oh, senior, there's something you need to help me and stuff." So, and you know, when the law, the call to the bar result came, he had passed to be called. Unfortunately, I don't know whether it is possible for him to be called posthumously. At least the benefit for his children to say that their dad was a lawyer, maybe it should be considered. But that said, you see, the MPP is always up to one game or the other. And my brother Zato and his MPP friends, one of the things they've invested in is mind game. I think the point ought to be made clear. My brother Ernest died much earlier, correct, before the unfortunate incident involving the Honorable Dr. Murtala. When the unfortunate demise, the Electoral Commission posted out there that it was going to have this election this time. And the National Democratic Congress immediately announced that we're going to contest the election. nowhere, at no point in time, did we ever give any indication that we were not going to contest. If you look at the numbers, it is our seats as at 2024. In fact, as at January 5th, the seat was occupied by an NDC MP. Then the election flipped. Now what happened was that we were clear that this is a seat. Look, Baba Jamal had been an MP before, among other things. So the seat alternates NDC, MPP, Amase, and Co. So we were very clear in our mind that we're going to contest that seat. Then the unfortunate demise of Honorable Murtala happened. Clearly, if you look at the 2024 election outcome in Tamale Central, it was 16,000 against 52,000. Look at the vote difference, over 30,000 or so. So this was a seat NPP knew that they had no chance of winning in a by-election, occasioned by the unfortunate incident. So now the mind game was set a trap for the NDC by saying that we will not contest.
Trap?
Yes. And then now blackmail the NDC into a public conversation whether or not we will contest or we will not. I think that matter is now moot. Today, we have a by-election. By our electoral laws, we are not supposed to campaign on the day of election. The only thing that I can say is that clearly there's somebody on number 2 on the ballot paper who happens to be oh, that's why you laughing?
Oh, why? Laughter you won't take up.
No, I'm just saying that I will not campaign on the platform.
Thank you for not campaigning.
Except to draw the attention of people to the fact that number 2 on the ballot paper is lawyer Bediako. Without more.
Thank you.
I won't say further. I will leave it here.
And you won't say nothing about the number 1 person on the
I don't know him.
Ah, okay.
All I know is that there is a number 2 on the ballot paper. And like somebody was saying, in the election, if you recall, it was easier for Ghanaians to find number 8, President Mahama, on the ballot. So it is so easier to find number 2. If they could even do up to 8 and still get 57%, understand Dr. Bamia had 38%. Or that's not the official result as as indicated. But the point ought to be made clear. There's a number 2 on the ballot paper, and that happens to be lawyer Bediako Bernard, BB for short.
And so we've come to this point because there seemed to be always a brewing tension between the MPP and NDC, and so to speak, that's how it has been since 1992. How are your own observations about utterances made by maybe one side of the political divide against the other, and then also looking at the state of security going into this? And so your expectations would need to be at a certain threshold.
Well, I am a bit disappointed that a single constituency, you have to have close to 5,000 police personnel deployed. What are we going to do? Is it a boxing arena? Well, this is not a big constituency that you need such numbers. But it also tells you that we have intolerant political actors. This election is only for bragging rights.
Only for bragging rights? Only
for bragging rights. The outcome of it will not change anything in Parliament. If the NDC continues to hold, will continue to hold 2 tests, even if they lose today, and the NPP will still be in the micro minority. So there is nothing insignificant. Except that I'm also disappointed with the sort of campaign that has been waged by leading figures of the MPP and the candidate. And here, let me take on, what's the name? Zato's candidate, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Mind you, all the senators have been at the Akwatia constituency. You know the senators?
Sinners?
Oh, but the candidates are the sinners. They themselves say they are sinners.
Dr. Brian Champon?
Dr. Brian
10 sins of Brian Champon.
Kenny Japon?
16 sins of Baumia.
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, they are sinners.
We are going to see a lot of these today. Finishing each other's sentences.
But what Dr. Zato, this attempt of trying to impugn the integrity of this of people of this platform would not be allowed to fester. What are we talking about? I just started my submission, and from nowhere.
You mentioned my name. When I was talking, I didn't mention
I have taken your name out.
No. Okay, but on a more serious note, let's also make sure the interjections are led.
Absolutely.
Okay, because
you see,
it's not a regular Wednesday, please.
Okay.
So, when you go to a constituency, mind you, the NPP left office only 9 months ago. So what I was expecting from leading figures, including the former vice president, the former flag bearer of the party, was to point to policies and programs they executed at Akwatia and to admonish the people on the ground that look at these policies, programs, projects that we did so that we would vote for you. I haven't heard any of it. What I have rather heard is the fact that it was the NDC that took NdcHQ to court, and for which reason NS had to die because he could not endure the pain. And Jesus Christ, are we in this country? You that went to court, you took a whole precedent. Someone now
Let me
wants.
stop you there. If we have that video, please let's play it and then we'll take a proper analysis and perspective on it.
That is why I love TV3. Everything is fact checked.
Sa na ne pressure no na e kosoro court no be di asem no wieye be June 11th ho na court no say ampa onene the rightfully elected member of parliament for Akwatia. Sa asem no wieye 26 days per ena wo free mo 26 days inti Odriana Odianim lawyer, Odianim Medino court no. Sa lawyer no say na also obekina ama NdcHQ. Me say thank you for Akwatia for mama fasa akonia no emma sa lawyer no yamfama Solomon. Kwame Asobodo na yanko. Nana ya bibia NS kase obeye ama Akwatia no ebebua Kwame Asobodo.
And Solomon also, so you seem to have a problem with the messaging.
You must have a problem with it.
Do you think it's divisive?
Not just divisive, it's not true. I mean, instead of castigating the National Democratic Congress, I rather think the vice president should have applauded them. Look, that is a civilized way of doing things.
Yes.
That I go into an election, I lose an election, I don't call my supporters to pick up arms. What I say is that, look, I'll go to a recognized institution to fight my battle. So if I am going through a process, why would you then come back and tell me that it is because of my actions? On the contrary, the party that led NS to die prematurely is the NPP.
No.
Their actions, and I think the family must demand the blood of NdcHQ from Afenyo Marquis and the rest.
How do you draw those conclusions, Solomon
When,
also?
you know, when they were swearing in parliamentarians, on that day, I was watching TV. I couldn't believe it. That a matter before a competent court, that was telling you to stay out. This MPP led by Afenyo in parliament flouted the laws of the law with impunity. When the clerk asked, are you sure you still want to take part? The clerk asked twice. Say yes. Go and play, let's play back what happened when the parliamentarians were being, as it were, sworn in. And that will give you an indication if there was any pressure on the young man, where it emanated from. You caused an innocent young man because of your political, parochial, small interest to go and commit such a heinous crime, and after that, this young man couldn't sleep. When he was going to parliament, he was hiding here and there. And when, unfortunately, he leaves us, you turn around and go and stand there because someone took him to court, then he was the cause.